Welcome to Cadence Learning. In this session, we will show you some advanced techniques for customizing the table of content in Microsoft Word 2013. For the purpose of demonstration, we will open a Cadence Learning.docx document which we have saved previously on the desktop. As you can see that the first page is left blank intentionally so that we can insert a custom table of content here. The entire document and its content starts from page number 2. From here we can see that the first heading is applied the style heading 1. The paragraph or the content below it is applied the normal style. Similarly, this heading is applied heading style 2, and this entire paragraph is applied the normal style. The next heading is applied the heading 3 style, and the paragraph below it is applied the normal style. And we have seen in the previous lesson that we can make these entries appear in the table of content by styles TOC1, TOC2, TOC3 respectively. But this time we want to customize the table of content in such a way that under this heading, how it works, we want this portion of this text to appear as summary of the heading, not the entire paragraph, rather a selective 1 or 2 sentence text that we want to appear in the table of content below every heading. But we will be only demonstrating this skill with one heading, how it works. For that purpose, we are going to select this portion and we will apply a special style to this portion of the text. Let's click on the Home tab, and then in the Styles group, let's create a new style. So let's click on here and then click on Create a Style. Let's name this style as Summary. Since we want this text to look the same with the rest of the text in the paragraph, therefore we are not going to modify the formatting. Rather, we will simply change the name and then press OK. Now you can see that in this one paragraph, you can see that the first portion, the first sentence is formatted with style summary, and the last sentence is formatted with different style named normal. But both of these styles only differ in name. That's why the entire text looks essentially the same. Now we want to tell Microsoft Word to map this portion, summary style, onto TOC level 4, and we want that TOC 4 to appear in the table of content. For that purpose, we are going to, first of all, we want this cursor to go back on the position where we want to have a table of content, and then click on the references. Once this tab is active, then we want to click on this arrow beside table of content and then click on the custom table of content. As we know already that any text in the document which is formatted with heading 1 style, its corresponding entry in the table of content will be formatted with TOC1 style. Any portion of text in the document formatted with heading 2 style, its corresponding entry in the table of content will be formatted with TOC2 style. And any text that is in the document and is formatted with heading 3 style, its corresponding entry in the table of content will be formatted with TOC3 style. But what we want to do different this time, that the text which we have formatted with summary style, we want that text and its corresponding entry in the table of content to be formatted with TOC4 style. And that's why we are going to show 4 levels at least here. And then click on options. As you can see in options that heading 1 is mapped on to TOC1, heading 2 is mapped on to TOC2, and heading 3 is mapped on to TOC4. But we don't want heading 4 to be mapped on to TOC level 4. Rather, we want summary style to be mapped on to TOC4 level. Therefore, we are going to click and then press backspace to take this 4 out, and then scroll down until we see that summary style which we just created, and it is appearing over here. And let's write 4 in the TOC level to tell the Microsoft Word that we want this text which is formatted with summary style in the document, its corresponding entry in the table of content to be shown and formatted with TOC level 4. Now we can press OK, and we can see that this will appear in the table of content. And here it is. This is the portion which was formatted with summary style, and it is appearing in level 4. Now we can, if we want to format it, we can certainly select it and then format this with the styles, whatever that style we want to. Click on the paragraph, and let's click on the paragraph, and here if we want to indent it a little more, we can see that the indentation will change as we change the indentation from here, and from the right, if we want to change the indentation from the right as well, we can change that indentation as well. Here you saw that change in this indentation is here, and if we want this to appear in a different style, still we can right click and click on fonts, and we can apply it italic font if we want. Let's apply it 8 and use this color and press OK, and here this is the style that is applied to this portion of the text anyways. So this is the technique, and we will be using field codes in our next lesson for the table of content.